The following is a paid advertisement. The views expressed are the sole responsibility of the advertiser.
I'm attorney Justin Clark. Coming up just ahead on You Have Real Estate, do squatters really have rights? Also, great houses to show you in Ocala today, and more on this NAR settlement. How does it affect you? It's all just ahead. It's You Have Real Estate.
Are you worried about your student loan payments? I don't blame you. The great news for you is now we have more options than ever. Go to our website, youhavepower.com, to find out what options may exist for you and your student loans.
You Have Real Estate is proudly sponsored by Renewal by Andersen, your full-service window and door replacement company. Learn more at rbafla.com.
Welcome to You Have Real Estate, brought to you by my wonderful friends at Renewal by Andersen. I am your host, Justin Clark. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, seasoned investor, or even looking to sell your home, this next 30 minutes is designed just for you. Think of it like hitting multiple open houses, all from your living room, with my attorney advice throughout the way. Any questions whatsoever during the program, the phone number is right here, 407-205-0400. If you want to get pre-approved, you want to start your house hunt this weekend for your dream home, Dallas Lehman is standing by to get you pre-approved right now at that very same phone number. Wonderful show ahead for you today. You will not want to miss a single second. But first, the opening statement. There's been a lot of news lately about squatters, and the word even is kind of creepy if you think about it. And now we have these weirdo TikToker people who are trying to literally tell people out there how to squat in your house to make it very hard for you to kick them out. Now, how are squatters treated in Florida? Is it different than the rest of the country? A question that we are going to answer today by asking real questions. Every weekend here on the program, we ask real questions to the truly trend-setting people in Central Florida's real estate community. Kick it off today. Return visitor, good friend, running for Florida House as well, but an amazing real estate broker also, Addie Owens. Hi, Addie. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me back.
So this out on TikTok or something is literally having millions of followers now, telling people how to squat in people's houses and not get kicked out. This is crazy. Is squatting something we really need to be worried about?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
People are afraid to go on vacation because they're afraid to come home and have a stranger steal their house, because that's what it is. It's stealing their home.
What squatters' rights do people have in Florida?
Let me make it very clear.
Right.
Squatters don't have rights in the state of Florida, and the governor today is signing a bill to make that abundantly clear. Squatters do not have rights in this state. Tenants have rights, squatters do not.
What about, I hear all these stories about New York and California, and obviously there's different climates in both of those states. I mean, can someone just go run into a house and now they can stay there forever?
In those states, yes.
Really?
Maybe not forever, but it's going to cost the homeowner an abundance, a tremendous amount of money and time and effort. And most of those property owners have a mortgage themselves that they won't be able to pay because there's no rent being collected.
It's really wild, unbelievable. But if you're working with a buyer who's really thinking about buying a house, whether their primary home or an investment home, and they say that to you, they say, well, I don't know if I want to buy because I'm worried about these squatters. What do you tell them?
Yeah, we have laws to protect against that here in the state of Florida.
Yeah.
The tenant laws were not meant to protect squatters. There's a stark difference between theirs. We have very clear laws in place to protect tenant rights, and those are important. Tenants and squatters, they're not the same people.
Yeah, I totally agree. We've also had a lot of news, obviously, over the last couple of weeks with this NAR or NAR settlement.
NAR.
Is it NAR? Okay, because we had that debate the other day, and we still haven't answered it. NAR, National Association of Realtors, I believe, right?
Yes.
What are your thoughts on the settlement?
Well, I think that there was a lot of false news that came out the date that the settlement was announced. Number one, they said it was the end of the 6% commission. Well, first and foremost, negotiations, or the commission has always been negotiable between the buyer's agent and the seller's agent. You've never had a standard. As a broker, I've never been told you must charge at least 6%. NAR does not regulate the amount of commissions. The second narrative was that, and Biden stood on in Nevada saying that it was going to reduce the home prices.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So the last 6 to 8 months where interest rates were increased 3 to 4% didn't increase the cost of a home, or inflation didn't increase the cost of a home because of goods and supplies. Those things they tend to forget. The NAR settlement has nothing to do with the price of a home.
Yeah. What do you think this means for the buyer or the seller? Because I really don't know exactly how this is going to play out in practice. What are your thoughts?
I think that there's a lot of speculation around it. The settlement from the National Association of Realtors is very, very clear in that we have to cease offering cooperating compensation with the multiple listing service. So the multiple listing service is a vehicle for cooperation between brokers. So I, as a listing agent, when I go to take a listing and my commission, whatever I charge, in their model it's 6%, so let's just use their model.
All right.
Of that 6%, we decide what we want to entice a cooperating broker to show the property and bring qualified buyers to with. So that can still happen. That doesn't go away. We just can't use MLS to advertise it. Now, it's important to note that the MLS system, how we transact real estate in the United States, is actually the touchstone model globally. So other countries aspire to our model. They don't have that. In Spain, for instance, they don't have the MLS system at all. So if I have, as a broker, 20 listings, and you're a buyer's agent, you have to call all the different listing brokers to find out what they have, because they're not required to advertise them anywhere. But the MLS actually gives us a great syndication tool for those listings to market our sellers' listings across the globe, internationally and domestically.
Now, you've been a broker for many years, a great one at that, obviously, but you've sort of switched gears a little bit, still doing real estate, of course, but now running for office for the Florida House of Representatives. Tell me about that. Why are you doing it?
Because of things like this.
Yeah.
We need common sense solutions. The NAR settlement is disappointing, but I know that they made the best decision possible given the circumstances that they were facing. It keeps realtors central to the real estate transaction to protect the consumer. And me deciding to run for Florida House aligns with that. My job as a legislator is to protect as many people as possible and make sure that at the state level we're making decisions that benefit Floridians.
Thank you. Addie Owens, great job. Get out and support her campaign. Please, always good to see you. Come back anytime. Here's what we will do, a very quick break. When we return, we're going to go visit a city that might have an eyesore in it. You know what I'm talking about? It's just ahead as You Have Real Estate continues.
I'm attorney Justin Clark. Have you been threatened by the IRS and you're feeling scared? Call me now or visit youhavepower.com.
Do you have allergies? Do your children have allergies? Well, at least you know in your home you are safe from allergies, right? No, you're not. The windows in your home can be giving allergies a major boost to your family, and this is very scary. Dan Brigman's here, Renewal by Anderson. You think when you're in your house, you're safe from all this outdoor stuff. But you're not.
You're absolutely right. You think so, but what we've learned is as the season gets warmer and these allergies start to come out, what also happens is our AC runs a lot more, right? When your AC runs, remember, there's a return in the house. It's sucking air from somewhere. If you have broken seals in your window, that pollen, those allergenic, anything can be pulled through there, and the more that AC is running, the more those allergies that are coming into your home, and therefore you're waking up stuffed up.
Get your windows checked out. QR code is on the screen right now. You talk about AC, though. When I hear my AC running, I immediately think my electricity bill. Oh, my gosh, it's that time of year where I have to pay a ton of money to my electricity bill. Windows, though, contribute to that bill as well. 100%.
It's time to put a stop to the high energy bills. You have to. And there's a lot of other reasons to make the investment, but that's one of the biggest ones. What will happen is when you replace these windows, which equate to about 25% of the square foot of your home, that's a lot of glass. That's one whole wall of the house. All of that sun beating in, and on even the chilly days, that heat that you have inside going out, that will reduce your energy bill somewhere between the neighborhood of 20 and 30%. In most cases, will reduce that payment enough to pay for the windows themselves.
I love it, Dan. Thank you. Great job as always. Do yourself a favor. Check out your windows today with Renewal by Anderson. There's a little city, you might know it. It has an eyesore in it. Viv's going to check out. Don't call it Altamonte like I did when I first moved here. Altamont Springs.
Hi, we're in Altamont Springs, Florida today, a suburban city in Seminole County that flanks I-4 and is known for its affordable homes, outdoor recreation, and community events. I'm at Cranes Roost Park, where they hold Red Hot and Boom, an annual fireworks spectacular. They also hold several festivals and concerts throughout the year. The locals enjoy shopping at Altamont Mall, and you'll always find the walkway that surrounds this lake being used by families and those wanting a safe and tranquil place to get those steps in. What's really special about this place is having a spectacular view of one of its famous landmarks, the I-4 eyesore. Better said, infamous, because it's never been completed. I'm pretty sure residents have laid bets on completion date. I've lived in Florida for over 21 years, and it had already started construction when I moved here. The median household income is about $72,000, and the median home price in 2023 was $270,000. The area is attractive to residents for its affordability, its closeness to downtown, and the school districts. It's also home to Lake Lotus Nature Park, a 150-acre nature preserve that protects the area's ecosystem. If you would like more information on Altamont Springs, call me, Vivian Lehman, at 407-205-0400.
Thank you, Vivian. I don't know why everyone here is laughing at me, but I hear you in the background. I really do. And one more thing, though. My daughter called during the break and said, Dad, you said and I did say because when you're talking about a guy on TikTok telling people to become squatters, that guy is a I don't apologize for that whatsoever, but I am very happy to be joined today by good friends of mine. Haven't seen you in a while. Jason Seda's here. Jason, how are you, buddy?
Doing good, doing good. Okay. I couldn't agree with you more, though.
Thank you, thank you.
Call it as is, right?
Sometimes you have to. Angie Valle joins me as well. Angie, how are you today?
I'm excellent. So happy to be here.
Yeah, happy to have you both here. So what is going on right now down in the trenches with this NAR settlement? A lot of real estate agents are concerned. Consumers are like, yay. I don't think anyone really truly understands it. Jason, what do you think?
You know, at the end of the day, it's like you got to look out for the consumer, right? And, I mean, for me, you know, it's always been negotiable for commission. There's never been a standard. I mean, those brokers know who they are playing that game. But, you know, for myself as a listing agent, putting myself out there, you know, I only charge 4%. So 6% being a standard has never been in the gameplay. But I think this would be good, you know, especially for agents representing buyers, you know, because, you know, now you get to sign a nice little paper, you know, showing them that, you know, you can lock them in and, hey, I'm going to be your agent and, you know, don't go anywhere else. So
yeah.
I feel that's a powerful thing.
You were shaking your head there pretty forcefully for the buyer's agent. This could be a good thing for them. Why is that?
Yeah, I honestly believe it's going to be a great thing for the buyer's agent. We're going to be more serious, okay? We're going to have an actual presentation to do for our buyers. We're going to show them that we're there for them, what we're going to do for them, and take it a lot more serious. On the other hand, it's also good for buyer's agents because now the buyer is going to have to sign and say, hey, listen, I'm not going to waste your time. We're not going to look at 50 different properties and then I'm not going to choose anything. I'm committed to you and you're committed to me. So I think it's going to be great.
And speaking of commitment, you know, there are some buyers out there right now that are obviously looking at properties. I want to show them what's on the market right now. And I love Lake County. We just had Addie Owens here who's running for a state house out of Lake County too. Claremont. Angie, start me in Claremont here at I can't read the handwriting. I never can.
Absolutely. So this is going to be 3605 Western Ham Drive in Claremont, Florida. Yes. So welcome to the Serenity at Kings Ridge. This property is located at 3605 Western Ham Drive in Claremont, Florida. And it is also nestled in the tranquil rolling hills of Claremont.
Claremont is awesome. I'm not trying to cut you off, but Claremont is an awesome place. And is it a golf course community, I see?
Yes.
I love that.
There's so much more in there, too.
And the house looks wonderful. And then what's the price on this, $350?
So it's only $350.
And $350, if you think about it, is for that nice of a house in a great community like that, I don't know that it gets much better than that in this market, does it?
I'm not sure. Yeah. I mean, it's gated. It's safe, okay? Yeah. It's a 55-plus community. There is like a multi-million-dollar, what do you call it?
Like
clubhouse.
Yes.
And beautiful clubhouse. I play golf there, by the way.
Is that right? I'll have to check that out with you someday.
Let's
go.
What
I mean?
Let's go.
And I do love Claremont. That whole area of Lake County is amazing. In fact, Jason, you have a property, Lake Hill in Claremont as well.
Yes, I do. This is actually in the back end of Claremont. The quiet part is what I call it. Crescent View, 10662 Lake Hill Drive. Little under 1,900 square feet, but this is a great starter home. It's on a quarter-acre lot with a beautiful pool, and it's actually a boating community. So, you know, for an extra $300 on the HOA, we got a boat ramp in there.
And now this next city I don't know it. What is it?
Wamoma.
Wamoma.
Yeah, just the outer skirts of Bradenton, excuse me. It's on the west coast by Tampa area.
Got it.
So this one's South Shore Bay. This is a beautiful home. This could be a starter home or a retirement home. It actually has a 5-acre metro lagoon in this complex, which you can actually walk to from this beautiful home.
Look, I love this whole lagoon thing. I really do. I was just talking to Michaela about this the other day. I've never actually been in one of these new lagoons. They're popping up some places. They're friggin' awesome.
It's like a water park for the kids. People are stand-up paddling. It's a great environment.
Yes.
No sharks?
No sharks. Or alligators.
No gators. I mean, this is perfect for Florida, isn't it?
Let's go.
And you kind of feel like you're at the beach without worrying about the wildlife.
Exactly.
I love it. And Angie, now up to Orlando. Tell me about Mazzell, right?
Oh, yes. So this is 4201 Mazzell Street in Orlando, Florida. It is a stunning 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, fully renovated home on a 0.17-acre lot. Now, this home is also on a corner lot, and it is very conveniently located to Conway. So this home spans over 1,689 square feet. It has a brand new roof, central AC, and so much more.
Awesome. If you'd like to see any of these properties, I have great news for you. You can do it right now. As we sit here together right now, all you have to do is make that call. They will show you these properties right now. 407-205-0400. And I do want to talk together a little bit to the buyers out there right now. Someone who is maybe been renting their whole lives, or they know that they need to upgrade their home or even downsize. And they have read the stories about the NAR settlement, and they don't know how to proceed from here. Has anything changed yet? Or do they need to do something different than they would have done a month ago? What does a buyer do right now?
Not necessarily. So, I mean, changes are going to happen effective, I believe, July 1st. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And everything kind of is staying the same. What you need to do is just get yourself with a very educated realtor. We're here to guide you. We're here to help you. Don't listen to the media. Don't listen to the fluff. Get yourself an educated realtor and just listen to us.
And don't be scared. You know, don't be scared to buy. Find a way to purchase. Don't be scared of the high interest rates. There's a way to buy it down. You can find a way to get credits from the seller. If there's enough room. There's many ways to close a deal.
A lot of agents I've talked to have had concerns about this. Like, well, I don't know if I'm going to lose my job, have to find something else to do. But what I've told them, Jason, and maybe you agree with me, there are going to be some differences. Things are going to be a little bit weird.
It's going to stir up a little. Yeah.
But could it be said that an agent now is going to be more important than ever to help guide these people through their most important transaction of their lifetime?
100%. 100%.
That's the way I see it. I'm not nervous at all. I think we're all going to get through this together. Could it be good for the consumer? Yes, but I don't think it's going to have any negative impact on those of us down here in the trenches. Always a pleasure. Angie, Jason, I'll see you again soon, huh?
Absolutely.
Good
Pleasure.
job.
Good to see you.
Here's what we will do. A very quick break. You have Real Estate Continues. 2023 has come and gone. I know on your list of things to do was get my roof inspected. You see leaks coming in, or your roof has just gotten old. 2024 is the year to do that. One place to turn is my good friends at Universal Roof and Contracting, joined by Justin and Corey. Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year. You too. Thanks for having us.
You did my roof last year, and they did such a great job. QR code is here on the screen, by the way. If you have any roof leaking, or if your roof is old, you need to have someone look at it today. You're not just roofers, you're general contractors, which really saved the day on my house. What difference does that make?
A huge difference. It makes us a one-stop shop. If there's anything on a structural level or anything beyond the roof line that needs to be handled as a point of doing the roof, we can actually handle that circumstance in real time with real solutions and not have you to take back over and get other GCs involved to handle that. So really it just makes us very versatile, and it allows us to open up a huge book of services to make sure all your best needs are met.
A lot of roofing companies gone out of business, getting bought up right now, and they're doing that because when they get the phone call, they literally don't go to the person's house. They get an aerial photo of the roof, and they call up and say, okay, we're going to put a new roof on. Not your strategy at all.
Not at all. It just happened yesterday with me. Yeah, the homeowner was surprised I showed up, and I'm glad I did, because there were so many little intricacies about the roof that had to be addressed to make a proper scope of work. So we're big believers in showing up, doing a proper inspection, making sure that we're going to address everything so there's no surprises on the back end.
With my house, we were able to file an insurance claim thanks to you guys, really. You helped me through that process. Sometimes you can't file an insurance claim. For the people who have to pay, Do you have payment plans available that make it really simple?
Absolutely. Financing is a real thing out there. It's a useful tool. It's a way for us to not only get your roof done, completed, but you can defer all your money issues until the next year, and then we can still get your roof done in real time.
Thank you guys for all you did for me, all you've done for our audience here. Do yourself a favor, check out Universal Roof and Contracting right now. I've been telling you that Ocala and really all of Marion County is an affordable place still to buy a home, not just a home to live in, investment homes as well. I have some proof here in just a moment. So happy to be joined by my great friends from Ocala Realty World. Elisha Lopez is here. Hi, Elisha, how are you?
Wonderful.
And for the first time in a while, Melissa Lebron's here. How are you? Good to see you again.
I'm great, and you?
And I'm great. Thank you very much. We have been telling everyone that Ocala is still like 40% less than Orlando to buy real estate. And this is proof right here. This is a beautiful home on Northwest 46. That's the only thing about Ocala I can't sometimes figure out. It's like the 46, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. But maybe it's more simple. I don't know exactly. But this is a beautiful home at $289,000. It's crazy. This is a great example of how much more affordable things are in Ocala and Marion County than down here. Tell me about this one, Elisha.
So it's a villa, and it's in Ocala Preserve, which is an active adult community resort style living, but this one's actually all ages in that community, so that helps with grandparents raising their grandkids possibly. But it's $289. It's about 1,600 square feet, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, brand new, great views, lots of space. I mean, you can't beat it for $289. You
can't beat it, and you can't buy that down here in Orlando for anywhere near $289,000. Here's what I'll do for you. I'll put a QR code on the screen right now. If you'd like to see this property, just take out your phone, scan the QR code, and it will go directly to Elisha, and she can show you this property. Even more than that, though, if you're looking to buy a house in Marion County or purchase investment property there, Elisha will show you listings as they come up immediately in real time, where you can be the first one to see the listings on the market up in that area. Just scan the QR code. And Melissa, you were telling me before the show as well that the prices are less up there still. What do you see?
Yes, right now, we just took on a new listing, 3-bedroom, 2-bath for $239,900.
Is that right? $239,900.
Yeah. $239,900.
Which is almost like 5 years ago prices here in Orlando. So I like that, because I do have a fear that people are getting priced out of the real estate market, especially over the last year as interest rates have gone up so much. I think people are just like, you know what, I'll just keep renting for a few more years, when they could buy. It's just a matter of looking a little bit outside of your bubble. And with these new highways and things, Ocala's not that far away, really.
No, it's not.
I mean, you said she drove today, actually, and that's why you got here.
Nice treat.
I know.
1 hour.
1 hour, door to door. It's
Sweet
really
ride, no traffic, beautiful.
What do you two think about the NAR settlement? Elisha, you and I touched on it a little bit last week. What have you been hearing about the fallout?
So there's two sides of it.
Yeah.
Either you're not hearing anything because those realtors are doing what they do best. They're going to work.
Right.
And they're helping the consumer. But then you have the other side of it where the panic, the fear. And I just believe that that's just lack of knowledge, lack of information. And when agents are not confident in their skill set, they're going to go on to the fear side and worry of what's going to happen. And like I talk to our agents all the time, just go and sell a house. It'll make everything better.
100%. I totally agree. What do you think?
Go to work. Keep on working.
Grind it out. I think we're going to be just fine. Now, are some agents going to leave the business? Of course they are.
Yeah.
But not because of this. They're going to leave the business because they weren't out there grinding it out, pounding the pavement. And they're leaving the business because they were going to leave the business anyway. They weren't going to figure out anyway. So I have no fear. And then I know you're telling your agents the same thing. I don't think this NAR settlement is going to be negative to agents. It's just, every day we might have to learn a little bit something new about it and figure out how to navigate these waters. But I don't think it's going to be that bad at all. I think we're just fine. I really do.
I trust you.
Oh, yeah? Well, I trust both of you.
Awesome.
So much so that I wore a suit for you. I mean, a tie today. Can you imagine? Have you ever seen me wear a tie on the show?
Actually, no. Yeah.
I did it just, Melissa, see, I did it for you.
See?
She told me you were coming. I was like, find a tie, honey. Yeah. So what else do you see the rest of this year in the market in Marion County? Do you think we're going to continue to go up? Do you think it'll stay about the same, go down? For a buyer right now who's thinking about purchasing real estate in Marion County, what's going to happen the rest of this year?
Prices are naturally going to go up. We're already starting to see just a little bit, nothing like crazy, but the difference between, let's say, a buyer that qualifies for 250 and a buyer that qualifies for 245. Like, it seems like it's not a big deal, but when it's a first-time home buyer with limited cash reserves, like, that makes a big difference. So if they're thinking about buying, they really need to just jump and go and do it right now.
I agree. And a lot of people still concerned, Melissa, about high interest rates, I think. But my fear sometimes is that if you're going to wait on the sideline until the rates come down, there's going to be a huge competition for these houses because there are going to be so many more buyers jump back in when the rates come down.
Correct. And right now, rental rates, they're still where they're at. So it's a great time to buy.
I could not agree more. And by all means, check out Ocala Realty World today. QR code here, or call me directly and I'll connect you, 407-205-0400. And lastly today, investment real estate in Ocala is so strong right now. And people sometimes don't look outside of just the greater Orlando area or Disney area when there are so many great investment opportunities there as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right now, Ocala's getting good with Airbnbs.
Yeah, I've absolutely heard that. I've seen the Airbnbs in Ocala, and people can make a lot of money on investment real estate right now. Excellent job, Melissa. Thank you. Come back and see you soon. Elisha, as always, pleasure to see you. Check out Ocala Realty World today. Thank you to our amazing crew. Most importantly, thank you. See you again next week for more You Have Real Estate.
Your debt does not have to control your life. You have the power to potentially lower or even eliminate your debt. I'm attorney Justin Clark. Call me now for a free consultation or visit youhavepower.com and take back control of your financial life.
Welcome back to our house. Or do you want to welcome?
Welcome back to our home.
Last time you were here, if you remember, we had installed a brand new Duquesne system. Our friends from Old Dash sent it over. I love it. But your only concern, of course, was you were hot. She was so hot she couldn't take it.
In Florida.
You thought she was going to melt. My concern was the energy efficiency. I wanted to make sure our electric bill went down. Well, now I think the proof is in the pudding. I'm so impressed. Let's see how we've done. All right, so we're in our real house, by the way, I want to be clear. And we have a real Duquesne Lynx inverter heat pump system, and the amount of money we're saving per month, unbelievable. How are we doing? We have it right here. These are the real bills. You tell me.
It's crazy to think that we've gone from $300 down to $140. I'm sure you like that.
I love it. It made it all worthwhile for sure.
In the last 3 months of consumption with the old AC unit, we consumed an average of 1,300 kilowatts, while with the new Duquesne Lynx unit, we consumed an average of 886 kilowatts, 33% less.
Unbelievable. Now, if you look at it though by saving money, which is what I'm really looking at, we're down like $100-something bucks a month. This is unbelievable. As you can see, Duquesne Lynx is the right choice. This unit has quick link inverter technologies, high efficiency 18 SEER, and quiet operation, which I love. Want to know more about Duquesne Lynx? Visit the website on the screen right now or visit them on Facebook.
Thanks for stopping by our house again.
And thank you to Duquesne for saving me money. You need to check them out today.
Are you worried about your student loan payments? I don't blame you. The great news for you is now we have more options than ever. Go to our website, youhavepower.com, to find out what options may exist for you and your student loans.
The proceeding was a paid advertisement. The views expressed were the sole responsibility of the advertiser.